What's up? What the deals? Who do we got? We got Dwayne. What up? Blank Man. That's your top 5, my brother. Okay. Let's see. You know what? Hold on a second. All right. My bad. All right. Trash Game. What up? Where you been? Trash Game Dev. Where you been, bro? All right. Blank Man. Usyk. I don't agree, but that's an okay choice. Bud, of course. Inoue, of course. Beterbiev, I don't agree, but that's an okay choice. Bivol, I don't agree, but that's an okay choice. I'll tell you why. Usyk, Beterbiev, and Bivol were all in fights they arguably lost. Just saying. You could even say, what up, Ace Cannons? My man Ace, welcome. I think you're new to the room. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Talking top 5 pound for pound today. My list is simple. Now, number 1, I'm not sure. Gervonta Davis for Lamont is not happening. No, it's not. It's not. Who the fuck cares? Maybe Lamont will be scrapped from it altogether and we could see him fight somebody we want to see him fight. Like a Tiafilmo or a Devon or Shakur. I don't know why I said everybody French, but you guys know where I'm going with this. We want to see him fight one of those 3. Shit, I'd rather see rematch Ryan at 140. He ain't gonna do that though. So what else we got, people? What else we got? But I want to see Tank fight for you. Well, you might happen. You have Bud, Tank, Inoue. Bud, Tank, Inoue. Debi Benavidez. Y Bam Rodriguez. Debi Benavidez. Bam Rodriguez. That's my Spanish. Debi Benavidez. I can't do a fucking Spanish accent. Benavidez, Rodriguez. Tank, Inoue, Bud. Those are my 5. What up, Gohan? Benavid, you know what? You, my friend, are going to sound off the first round of the night. Exactly correct. Benavidez is correct. You are right. I'm telling me that's great, by the way. Kids got mad candy tonight. Tank will never fight Big Ryan. Tank already did fight and drop and then knock out. Excuse me. Fight, drop, and then made Ryan quit. That already happened. In case you were living under a rock somewhere. This fight doesn't happen. Who do you think Tank should fight? I don't know. You know Game? Yeah, he used to come in my room a lot. I give it Usyk, agreed. Canelo, agreed. Well, arguable, but agreed. Bud, agreed. Tank, agreed. Inoue, agreed. I would just sweep out Usyk and Canelo for Bud and for Benavidez and Bam. Why? Well, Usyk arguably lost to Fury, and Canelo did lose just now. So I put a big emphasis on dominance in top 5. To be in the current top 5, you got to be currently dominating. You feel me? Okay, I get Bam, but what you mean? I made you a tea, by the way. What you mean, but Benavidez? Huh? Oh, dude who's undefeated, who beats the shit out of everybody, who so fucking wicked. Canelo doesn't want to fight him. What you mean? Benavidez is a level fighter. Gohan knows the dilly. Matter of fact, Gohan, you just earned your Gohan the bomb. Gohan the bomb. Bud, Inoue, Beterbiev, Benavidez, Bam. Yo, that's my exact. Oh no, I would swap out Beterbiev, with Tank, but good list. Usyk arguably lost to Fury. Yes. I had Fury winning. Either way, the shit was mad close. And if there's a legit argument that he lost, you know what I'm saying? Rocky Marciano versus Roy Jones. Come on now. You know the answer to that one.
I must have forgot.
I just watched, by the way, people, one of the worst movies I've ever seen, but like mad good, but mad funny. Mad funny, but mad bad, but mad good. It's called Teen Witch. You should watch it. 1989. I actually didn't finish it, but that shit was so bad it was amazing. I think top 5, in my opinion, Campbell Hatton is worth a shout. You know what? You gotta stop smoking those rocks.
I smoke rocks.
Marco, I like Benavidez, but he didn't really beat the shit out of his last opponent. No, but there's no argument that he lost. Not even close. Juan Navarez Jr. may be the best prospect. I don't know much about him. Have you seen the Jake LaMotta movie, The Raging Bull? Like the award-winning, one of the greatest movies in history. That's one of the top. That's considered one of the greatest movies in not just in boxing but in history. It's in like the top, I think, 50 or top 100 ever. So yes, I've seen it. Thanks, Ace. These dudes, they don't. Easy. Usyk. Okay. Inoue, Benavidez. Yeah, of course you're gonna put every fucking Hispanic fighter you can in there. I'm surprised you didn't put Benavidez in there over Beterbiev. With Tio being two-time lineal champ, do you have him? No. Dominance. He has not been dominant as of late. He's 19, but 9-0 with former champions as record and all KOs. Happy Halloween. Yeah, you too. You too, Blank Man. I smoke rocks. I'm saying, these dudes, Ace, they be smoking rocks. Not understanding why Benavidez shouldn't be in the top 5. You smoke crack, don't you? I got to get that soundbite. I don't know how Benavidez a weight bully. He's probably his body, especially upper slim. I don't like weight bully because it's like you make the weight, you're following the rules. So that's really not a thing. You know, I mean, but then again, it's only a thing if a dude's coming down and making it, okay. But if a dude is going like Canelo going to 68 when he's really naturally a 60-pounder, that's on him. Because now he's fighting dudes who are coming, like Berlanga, who are coming down from 190, 200, and he can't knock them out because they're just way too big naturally. But if Canelo was a natural 168-pounder, it wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know much about Fabio Wardley. Shakur Crack? No. Hell no. Is that an Undisputed game? I mean, I only played it once. I didn't like it. I have no urge to play it again. But I don't know if that would categorize it as a flop. Oh, I just drank seltzer. You ever drink it where it gets caught and it hurts? Like I guess the air gets trapped in your fucking esophagus or whatever. Whew, shit hurts. Did you see the Jake Paul video? Which Jake Paul video? I saw something of him today hitting a body pad. Is that what you're talking about? He looks skinny in that one, if that's current. I agree with you. Weight bullying is not a thing. Some people rehydrate. Psh. Gohan, the bomb. Gohan, the bomb. No, I like this Gohan guy. Gohan, you Indian? Where you from? Speaking of, Mamoon never comes in here. Dwayne the Mac Dennis. Let's see what we got here. You're probably talking about the one where he's hitting body pads. I'm assuming. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is old. This is old. Yeah, him dropping that dude, that's old, Dwayne. Could Tank realistically move up and carry the power? Yes. To 140, sure. The format. What up, blood? The format. What's up? What's up? Level of competition should hurt Tank some. No. Not when you're knocking everybody out at the championship level. No. I mean, maybe. The fact that he hasn't fought so many fighters that he could fight. Okay, maybe. Maybe. Top top 5 pound for pound, no order. Bam, agreed. Inoue, agreed. Usyk, don't agree. Bud, agreed. Canelo, don't agree. Not bad, though. Bud, top 5. Bud, agreed. Inoue, agreed. Usyk, don't agree. Beterbiev, don't agree. Okay. Do you feel like Tank is going to be forced to... Nah. Tank doesn't be forced to do nothing because Tank is arguably... Not arguably. Tank is the top 5, let's say, biggest names, highest generating, highest grossing fighters in boxing. So when you're there, and he's the only one in his weight class within few divisions, nobody forces him to do shit. He does what he wants to do, which he's proving now, which he's been doing. Why he's not fighting all these dudes. Nick Ball is top 10. Mickey, I might have the wrenches block you. Keep saying ridiculous shit for a reaction. If Tank doesn't KO Shakur, Tio, or Dev, will people look at him differently? No. If he doesn't fight them, maybe. Not, but he doesn't KO them, no. Are you high on Boots? I was until I saw his last performance. Marco, I think the best fighter at moving up and carrying power is Manny. Historically, he is not you think. He is categorically proven to be the best. The only man to win titles in 8 different weight classes. Why not Beterbiev and Usyk? Because they both just fought in fights where they arguably lost. That's why. Arthur, well, actually, most boxing pundits think Arthur lost that fight. I thought he won, but razor close. Could go either way. Oh, Iglesias beats Canelo and Beterbiev also. I don't know who Osley Iglesias is, but okay. If you say so. I'm only stating an opinion, you Uncle Fester. Ooh, that's mean. Wrenches, I think you need to take care of this guy. That was not very nice. Get his ass out of here. We do not tolerate meanness in this room. Manny Pacquiao, 8 division world champion and 22 defeated world champions. True. True, true, true. That's a fact. Look him up. Marco, I'm telling you. Okay. Duran weighed in at 118 first fight and moved up first fight light heavyweight. True. True. True that. I'm a Bivol fan before Arthur and Bivol lost. Okay. But besides the stuff in the ring, you got respect the stuff out of the ring. True. Ray Leonard versus Pac-Man. Leonard, too big. Too big. Too big. Too big. I'm not a boxing pundit, but I also thought Beterbiev lost that fight extremely close. Okay, that's okay. He's my brother in Islam, and I'm a huge fan, but I believe he lost. I'm okay with that because it was super, super close. Marco, what's your favorite thing about being on TBV? The community, I suppose. Yeah. What is a pundit? Pundit is like an aficionado, somebody who is well educated, well versed in a certain subject. Crawford agreed. Inoue agreed. Usyk don't agree. Beterbiev don't agree. Nakatani don't agree. But good list. Where do you rank Manny getting knocked out? What you mean? Mike Tyson boggles my mind how he was undersized and able to be as great as he was. What fighter had you astonished of their abilities? Roy Jones? Mike Tyson? Pacquiao? I don't know about Leonard beating Pac-Man. That's what I'm saying. Oh, nah, definitely. I disagree with that. I thought I lost my bet saying Bivol won and I'll box Beterbiev clearly, but then Beterbiev won. So you thought Beterbiev should have lost, but since he won, you won your money. He's a Japanese fighter who's pretty good, but isn't Chocolatito like Bam's mentor? I don't know, but they're fighting. He might be. Chocolatito was at one point was like 26-0 all knockouts at whatever he is, 118 pounds. Super impressive. But he didn't hit that hard. It was weird. I'd watch him throw punches. They didn't look that hard, but he would stop people. What else we got? Roy Jones is one for sure. All right. Thank you for the alley-oop. Here we go.
Y'all must have forgot.
CJ, what up, blood? I deal with technical boxing, blood. Get your pack bus. I keep seeing him on pound for pound top 10 list. I was like, who is that? Google and YouTube is your friend. I don't know much about him either. You guys know how I am with the radar, man. You got to make significant noise to hit my radar. You feel me? First round, Jake does the Spinks KO on Tyson. Yeah, okay. All right, low. Before I'm gonna look at this, I don't think I'm gonna agree with half this shit. But let's find out. Usyk, no. Bud, yes. Inoue, yes. Canelo, no. Beterbiev, no. See, I only agree with two of them. Low, you wilding out. How could you put fucking Benavidez? How can you not put Tank or Benavidez on there? Are you out of your mind? You don't have Tank, Benavidez, or Bam. You got Canelo, who lost twice, over Bam, or Tank, or Benavidez, who never lost. You got Canelo over Benavidez, who Canelo doesn't even want to fight because he's so dominant. Come on. Beterbiev and Usyk, who arguably just lost their last fights. You're wilding out. Ruddock knocking out Dokes made me glad I'm not a boxer. You saw my video. Brutal stuff, great short. Once again, people, it is Gohan, the bomb. That was Bud. My last bet, when lose or draw, it would be Boots if he absolutely can't. He's not getting the penalty. Bentley, what up? Bud at 2 is crazy. Why is Bud at 2 crazy? I think Inoue could be first. Inoue has been just as, if not more dominant, going up multiple weight classes. And Inoue's last fight, he knocked somebody spark out, not barely won a decision like Bud did. Bud won, but the shit was not dominant at all. You talking about Daniel beat Usyk because he whooped Fury? Huh? I don't get it. Usyk, don't agree. Inoue, agree. Bud, agree. Bam, agree. Beterbiev, don't agree. But that's a good list. Usyk, Inoue, Canelo. You need 2 more. What's your power criteria? Dominance, achievement, and the way they look. Dominance, achievement, and eyeball test. Now, achievement could mean belts, but could also just mean beating great fighters, because not all great fighters have belts at the time that they fight somebody and lose to them. Marco Knowles more certified. He fought world. Yeah, at one point he'd be above, but we're talking current pound for pound. Current. But resume other than Arrows is sus. Nah, I wouldn't say that now. I want to see a Japanese dude fight in the U.S. He might be juicing. I don't know about that. Mark, you said Usyk arguably lost his last fight to Fury. What you mean? What you mean? That shit was close. The judges even had it split. Who do you have to move up weight classes? Who do you have to move up weight classes to be pound for pound? No, you don't have to. You don't have to, because sometimes heavyweights are pound for pound. They can't go anywhere. But it helps to the argument sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you agree with Usyk #1? Undisputed a cruiser. I just explained that. Undisputed. He doesn't. Who he fought, like achievement. But more than anything, it was the dominance part. But Usyk, I do agree. There is an argument. You could maybe swap him out for Bam. Jeff Horn and the legend and a one-legged Benavidez. Come on, get out of here. Nakatani will beat. He beat Kell Brook. He beat Sean Porter. He beat what's his face? Fuck's his name? Cuban dude. We just beat the first loss. The guy never had a loss before that. Fuck's his name? Knocked him down like 3-4 times. Battered him like a mozzarella stick. Fuck was his name? It's escaping me. I low-key agree. That's because you're a smart man. Fury Usyk was very close. Both got except we're gonna do it again. Gohan the Bomb. People started disrespecting Sean Porter. Crawford fought him. Bud to me only fights once a year, so he's not top 5. I don't look at inactivity. Gamboa, thank you. But literally stopped every. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Gamboa was correct. Yeah, you guys know. You hot?
Yeah. No?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Leave it, but don't put it on energy. Leave it on normal. Okay, because on energy it keeps going off and on and like annoying. Yeah. Sorry. I had to put on the air conditioner. It was 80 degrees in fucking New York today. Well, I'm in Connecticut now. Jesus. East Coast. Weights only people on the pound for pound must win the last fights decisively. Dominance. It's recent dominance. Not last fight. Recent dominance. That could mean 2 or 3 fights. Could mean 1 fight. Just recent dominance. Bam, top 5 easy. Yep, of course. Sean Porter literally lost to every. Yeah, but he almost beat Spence. He was beating Bud. Sean Porter was a fucking battering ram. How many fighters only stay in Japan because they're not that known in America? Gotcha. Damn, Lowe just came in, said some wild shit and left. Punk ass Lowe. Nah, he's my man. Tank resume. What about it? Tank beat some good fighters. Didn't beat the top in his division. I agree with that. Nobody could argue that. But he beat good fighters. He beat damn good fighters. Canelo high guard. All right, what do we got here? How don't you look at inactivity? If I'm fighting top comp 2-3 times a year and you are only doing it once, how's that matter? Because it matters, man. To me, it matters. But that's okay. If you look at it that way, that's okay criteria. What's Tank's best win? Spectacularness of, well, his best win was Frank Martin, really, because people were talking to him up. But then when Tank beats him, suddenly Frank was nothing. The most impressive win was Barrios, considering the size and Barrios' achievements, and he had time he was undefeated and all that, and he was knocking people out. But the most spectacular win was Santa Cruz. And shit, after the Haney fight, Ryan looked like one of his best wins. But then, of course, the drugs. Now that's all in question. Porter was behind 2 rounds before his dad stopped the fight. Yeah, I know. I'm with you. but Crawford also did some of the most gangster shit we've ever seen. Goes, I'm losing? What? I am? All right. 1 second. I'll be right back. Whap! So that was fucking impressive. So winning a few rounds means something. Tank is down on most scorecards. Yeah, because winning or losing matters. You can't say somebody was winning if they just if they were winning the fight and then they get knocked out. They lost. Especially when Tank is proven to do that over and over again. Wasn't a lucky punch. That's just what he does. Just like what Wilder did. Mean Machine, good at setting up his shots at great power. True. I was going to say Barrios. Yep, absolutely. Tank is the best at 35, but no pound king. That's straight up glazing. How about you glaze this? Here, wait. What do we do? Let me give you a good soundbite here. Let me give you a good soundbite. This is what I'm going to do to you. Keep saying I'm glazing.
I'm knocking somebody the fuck out. I'm knocking somebody the fuck out.
It's my opinion. It's Ryan Garcia. Porter should have had another loss. Frank was a sacrificial lamb. That's not what people were saying going into the fight. You know how many people said Frank was going to win? You know how many people whose opinion I actually value, who know boxing? I didn't agree with it. So people thought Frank was going to outbox him and he's southpaw and blah, blah, blah. Wait, was he a southpaw? I think Frank is a southpaw, right? I gotta look that up. Is Frank a southpaw? Yeah, he is. Okay, that's what I thought. One of the best wins, Pitbull. Yeah, Pitbull. Forgot about that one. That's a dope win. Forgot about that one. Yep. You really believe taking Austrian for 2 weeks from the time he passed? We don't know what he really took, Canelo, high guard. We don't know. That's why you can't count the win, because we don't know. It might have done nothing. And even if it looks like it didn't, even if all the signs pointed towards he didn't take enough, which they don't, we just don't know. Simple. That's why there has to be a rematch. Tank outboxes everybody. Well, beats them. I don't know about outboxes. Nobody picked Frank Martin. Nah, that's wrong, Bentley. Mad people I know pick Frank Martin. Like boxing pundits. Sean Porter's literally a glorified gatekeeper. Sean Porter's a former champion. What are you talking about? One of the greatest pressure fighters who ever did it. Frank was a 28-year-old prospect. Damn. Frank was a 28-year-old prospect.
Got him!
Frank is naturally right-handed, but he fights. Yeah, so is Oscar De La Hoya. Naturally left-handed, but fought conventional. Dude was ranked 8. Frank started boxing late. 15 isn't that late. I started at 13. That's not that late. I personally don't think kids should be fucking boxing. I don't think you should be boxing when you're fucking 8, 9. Once you go through puberty, then you should start fighting. My opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's when you need the testosterone to be a good fighter. Happy Halloween, Dark. I went out with my kids, walked around these motherfucking suburbs. My first time ever doing suburban trick-or-treating. Shit was aight. People gave Frank a chance because of his skin tone. Let's be fair. All right. That, my friend, is straight up.
Oh, that's racist.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's racist.
I know a lot of fighters that did that. Andre Ward was naturally left-handed, but yeah. Put a pop-up on who won more who's Hall of Fame worthy, Sean Porter or Fernando Vargas. You'll be surprised. Vargas lost to everybody big, except maybe Mayorga. Like Vargas, and he got a bullshit decision over Winky Wright, but Vargas, everybody big beat Vargas. What you talking about? Same shit. Matter of fact, I think Porter's wins over Paulie and Adrian Broner. I think Porter might have more impressive wins. What up, Sander? Top five. Top five is Inoue, Tank, Crawford, Arthur, Canelo. I disagree with Arthur and Canelo. Mark, you look like the type to give out a full-size candy bar. I'll give you a full-size knuckle sandwich. I kind of agree with Canelo high guard because he's saying Tank doesn't fight black fighters. He has. Matter of fact, if you look at his record, I guarantee you he's fought the majority of his fighters he's fought have been black. And do you know why? Because the majority of boxers are fucking black. Like, it's a black-dominated sport. That's goofy. Yeah, he went on a streak of fighting 3 or 4 Hispanics or whatever. Come on. You prove me wrong, then I'm wrong. You go look at his record now, and I guarantee you most of the people, out of the 30, whatever it is, 70% are black, at least. Vargas beating Winky Wright was huge. It was also bullshit in a lot of people's eyes. The way you feel about Porter, I feel about Vargas. Okay. Vargas was nothing special. Porter had special. Porter's tenacity, his ruggedness, his pressure was special. Vargas was nothing special. Vargas was just a champion caliber fighter. Porter was a unique champion caliber fighter. Put up no fucking poll. How can you disagree with Arthur and Canelo? Because I go by dominance in my criteria. And there's other fighters who have been more dominant than them. Arthur, maybe not, but his last fight, he arguably lost. But before that, you can't argue with 20-0 all knockouts. But this is current, recent, most recent showings. Me and my little brother went trick-or-treating, and I gave him all my candy. Can't be eating that stuff right now. All right, bet. How strict is your diet, Dwayne? Oh, just talking to me. Jaime Munguia will be pound for pound. No, he won't. You're wilding out. Vargas was Olympian. Porter was just a glorified mauler. As a professional, we're talking Alberto. I'm going to hit it. I'm going to hit it again for Alberto because he's always...
Oh, that's racist.
Loves Hispanic fighters, man. This 1940s, his late 50s is not racial boxing. Let's stop. I mean, shit. You're black, so say what you want. I'm not commenting on that. Because I'm not black, I don't know what it's like. He didn't lose his last fight, bro. You also said Beterbiev won. I thought Beterbiev won, but it was super, super close. Benavidez and Bam and Tank have not had any super close fights. They've won all of them with zero doubt. That's my point. Porter's Hall of Fame, not first ballot. First ballot for Las Vegas Hall of Fame, not NY Hall of Fame. He'll make that NY Hall of Fame. Bivol was pound for pound fighter, though Marco. Tank never beat a pound for pound fighter. Yeah, but he arguably lost. So if you go by dominance, then you go for Arthur because he finished all his fights, except the last one, which he arguably lost. Do you think Karen Chujuju blah 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 blah? Is that who Boots is fighting? What up, Dash, by the way? I can't eat past 6. I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat lunch. I only eat dinner. That's not good for you, homeboy. You got to eat small meals. Eat 2 to 3 small meals. Don't do that shit. That's bad for your digestion. You can't go based on one fight. It's current pound for pound. You absolutely go based on the current standings. Sean Porter would destroy Vargas. Yeah. I don't know about destroy, but he would beat him. I agree with you. He would wear him down. He would wear him down. No, pound for pound works how each person wants it to work. Sander, you must know this about boxing if you're a boxing fan. Everything in boxing is subjective. Everything except a knockout. Only thing not subjective is a knockout. Everything. Judging, calling knockdowns is subjective. Bunch of the calls of refs are subjective. What's powerful, what's speed, boxing criteria, everything. Pound for pound list is the most subjective thing you could possibly do in the entire sport of boxing. and almost any sport. Okay? All-star games in basketball, which is similar to like subjective. So it's based on what each person, what their criteria. So you can't say it's not how it works. That's not how it works for you, but that's how it works for me. And what works for you and me, which is different, will be totally different for somebody like Eon. His criteria will be different. So you can't come in here talking about boxing, giving any kind of absolute statements like, well, that's not how it works. It works how you want it to work. So all I could say is, if that's your criteria, then I can't argue with you, but it's not mine. Second ballot for NY meaning, I don't know. Should I punch 1,000 times a day? No. Stupid. Yes, Karen is Boots' opponent. Do you think he's... I don't know much about Karen because I gain weight too easily. My man Galaxy. Of course it's subjective. When somebody drops a belt in the face of a challenger to move up, should that be a strike against him? I don't know. It depends on... It's on an individual basis, right? Yes, but then no. All right? Big chat, man. Galaxy coming in. Always showing love. Hitting me with the original recipe 2 pieces. Why Oscar butthurt that Nello is the greatest Mexican? Canelo is not the greatest Mexican. Anybody who puts Canelo over Julio Cesar Chavez is out of their fucking minds. Out of their fucking minds. Like, out of their fucking minds. Bro, pound for pound is not based on one fight. Nobody said it's one fight. They're recent showings. They're recent showings. Right? Recent showings. And based on the caliber of who Beterbiev fought, and the fact that he arguably just lost, and the caliber of the fighters that he beat, compared to Benavidez or Tank, Tank beat similar to better caliber fighters, and never came close to losing. So that's my criteria, and that's a pretty solid fucking argument. You can't shake that. You don't got to do shit. And nobody has everything. So that's a goofy statement. Nobody has everything. Nobody. Nobody has everything. Beterbiev can't box for shit. Well, he can box, but he's not a good boxer. He's slow. I mean, he doesn't have everything, not even close. I love him, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm just telling you, nobody has everything. So that's goofy. Absolutely no fighter has everything. Well, Roy had everything, actually. But he's 1 in a billion. All right, let's see what Dash said. The only people that should be pound for pound are Usyk for sure. Disagree, but great argument for it. I think he's in the conversation, but I wouldn't put him there over the other guys. But only because of his last loss. But yeah, I don't know. That's a close one though. Usyk's the one that I'll waver on. Like, maybe you could swap out Tank for Usyk, or or Benavidez for Usyk, but the others, no. Beterbiev, no. Ryan, Martin, all right, let me go down. You guys are swamping me here. I just think you should give more credence to the level of competition when you're fighting the very best. Yeah, I mean, you have to take it all and mix it together like a fucking goulash and then see what you can come up with. It's all individual. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody has everything, and some people do one thing that other people haven't done and vice versa, and you have to weigh it against each other. You know what I'm saying? Does somebody winning multiple weight classes, is that hold more weight than somebody who's been knocking everybody out and is more dominant? Does somebody who's been undisputed hold more weight over somebody who has beaten more champions? Like, all that is so pick 'em, choose 'em. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's subjective. Who won, Benavidez or Arthur? I don't know that one, man. I don't know that one. I don't know if Benavidez is a true 175-pounder yet. You know what I'm saying? And Arthur has possibly one of the hardest punches, cumulative punches, not one punch, cumulative punches in history. So that's a tough one. People do say Pitbull beat Tank. Nah, he didn't beat Tank. I don't agree with that. No, nobody said that. They said it was competitive. Nobody said he beat him. I mean, you have to look at everything. I didn't say you have it. Yeah, and you look at everything. That's exactly the point. Now you have to start figuring out what holds more weight. Oscar lost to Mosley twice. Trinidad. Yep. He did. Why not Usyk? Only because he arguably lost to Fury. But like I said, that might hold more. The fact that what he did up to that point and that he still looked relatively. I mean, he was getting the shit kicked out of him, Usyk, until he landed that punch. First 2 rounds, Tyson Fury was running and Usyk was catching him, moving back, and then Fury figured him out, started boxing him, and literally hurt him, almost dropped him 3 times, hurt him 3 times, two shots to the head, 1 shot to the body, and was whooping Usyk's ass up until round 7. It was whooping his ass. 5 out of 7 rounds was whooping his ass straight. Then everything changed. So Tank hurt his hand. I keep my weight down, Marco. Let's make a list again. Anyway, you guys are going. I'm going to go slide down here. Arthur would smoke him. I'm sorry. I can see you're a fan. I actually am a fan of Benavidez, but I'm also a fan of Arthur. And I'm not sure he would smoke him. I'm not sure. And nobody who knows boxing, who isn't, you're being a little biased, would say he could smoke him. There is nothing in any one of Benavidez's performances, nothing, that would make you think that anybody could smoke him. He's never been hurt. He doesn't even get flush punches landed on him often, and he never takes a step back, even against Gvozdyk. The only reason I don't know is, like I said, because Benavidez, we haven't seen him at 175 enough. You know, I haven't seen it enough, so I don't know if that's really his weight. And 2, Beterbiev is one of the hardest cumulative punchers ever. So that's why I'm not sure. But saying that anybody would smoke anybody, that's some biased shit, because those are 2 guys who've never been close to getting smoked. Bivol just arguably just outboxed them. Okay. Benavidez has never been arguably outboxed, but I won't hold that against him because different fighters. Bivol is not Benavidez. There's no such thing as objective. Everything is subjective. Exactly. Stop the cat. 8 to 10 rounds. What? Arthur is not slow. If he was slow, no, that's not true, Sander. Arthur, yeah, you're a fucking biased. See, you said biased first, that I'm biased, but you're clearly biased. Of course, Arthur is slow. He's not. Joe Joyce slow, but he's slow. He is about punch placement. He sets his punches up, punch placement. Of course he's slow. That's ridiculous. So a draw would make more sense. Get Benavidez on the show. I've had him on the show before. I'm Benavidez. In my opinion, Benavidez would stop Roy Jones. All right, you're about to get blocked, Ash. Don't you dare talk about Roy. Matter of fact, you're going to bring him up. We got to do it.
Y'all must have forgot.
Fast enough to catch up with Roy? Nah, nobody was fast enough to fuck with Roy. Benavidez has crazy fast hands, but not like Roy. Come on. I mean, I'm not even going to finish reading that. That's ridiculous. I don't know, Alberto. We don't know yet. Probably not, 'cause he's 6'3", 6'2", 6, but we don't know yet. Tommy Hearns was 6'2", and he went up. He went up to 175 too when he got older. Not everything is subjective. There is truth. In boxing, in pound for pound boxing talk, we're not talking life. Don't try and switch it up and deflect. In pound for pound boxing talk, which is what we're here doing, everything is subjective. Yes, everything. Now, boxing is physics. It is objective if you know what you're looking at. Again, pound for pound boxing talk. Marco dropped the link for Sander. Yeah, boys cooking. Nah. People say it doesn't mean it's the truth. He is fast. Okay. Facts, Arthur is slow. Exactly. I don't think he's fucking. See, and again, I'm balanced. You know what I'm saying? Sander, you're not balanced. You're a little biased. I'm balanced. Arthur is not mad slow, but he's definitely not fast. he's medium slow. You know what I'm saying? Like, not the, you know what I'm saying? Like, but definitely not fast. That's ridiculous. His punch placement is tremendous. Just like Bernard Hopkins, who was not super fast. Hopkins threw faster than Better Biev, I believe, but not the point. The point is Hopkins is another guy, not crazy fast, but his punch placement was impeccable. Yeah, Benavidez is 6'2", 6'3". That's a decent point, Eon. But he cuts the ring off so well, and he has very good waist movement. Nightmare for Roy. Get out of here. Get out of here. Roy would fucking hit him with reoccurring 24-piece extra crispies with extra napkins, barbecue sauce, ranch, packets of hot sauce, and a side of fries. He's not fast, also not slow. You just said he was fast. Literally, you just said he was fast. You literally just said he was fast. Didn't you? Maybe not. Let me see. I feel like you said he was fast. Am I bugging out? Arthur would smoke him. Arthur is not slow. Okay, you didn't say he was fast. You say he's not slow. Okay. So you're right then. He's not fast, but he's not slow. He's, medium. Medium slow. Like medium rare steak, he's medium slow steak. I think Ward would have cooked. All right. You're about to get blocked, Alberto. Coach Calvin Ford and his boys went up to North Philly to spar Bozy boys a couple days ago. It was good work. Two of the best coaches. All right. Cool. Welcome. Salute, Marquise. And also, yeah, he's 39. Did he turn 40 yet? I think he's still 39. Benavidez would get beat by Arthur. Possibly. Yeah, possibly. Possibly. I would do 50-50 on that one. I think Dash is talking about Roy when he came out back then. Oh, like the Roy after Tarver, like out of his prime? Well, yeah. A lot of people could have beat that version. Marco, can I have permission to time out Taverdes? There a group of trolls. Taverdes? Who are? I don't see anybody in here named Taverdes. If they're saying trolling shit, do it, but don't do it until they do. I don't see anybody in here named Taverdes. At least nobody. Is anybody here named? I'm certain nobody's in here by that name. Arthur fights at his own pace. Yep. But doesn't it matter? He can. Yeah, of course. 1-0, 20 knockouts. Psh, that's impressive as fuck. Very impressive. But I look more at level of competence. So that he has the dominance, sort of. His last fight wasn't dominant. So now his dominance went from 100 to lower. So, but his dominance is there. His level of opposition is not as good as some of the other guys. And his eyeball test, not as good as some of the other guys. Besides the cumulative power, everything else is mediocre, except for punch placement. Seems to take a good punch, too. Because Bivol cracked him clean a few times, and he was good to go. Mark, what do you think gets the fastest hands and feet? Sugar Ray Leonard? Salute. What up, Casanova? Contrarian? Benavidez need to prove himself. At 75, he does, yes. No. That is a given. Now, I mean, of course, it's not a given until it's actually done, but Canelo's making that impossible. No, I am not. I mean, Primary. Nah, you're wilding out. You're wilding out. I'm not even going to read that. That's goofy shit. Matter of fact, not only am I not going to read it, but you're going to make me hit one of
Y'all must have forgot.
Also, Boots would beat Bivol and Better Biev by decision. Boots? I mean, it's possible because he seems like a phenom, but that's a brash, bold, presumptuous statement. It's normal not to dominate complete because you're fighting one of the best. Bud and Arthur were 1 and 2 longest KO streak. I know. And they both lost the streaks. Nobody can hold those streaks forever. I disagree. I'm not a contrarian. You've gotten better, actually. You used to be pretty bad. Marco, I don't want Benavidez to get used to 175. Garden State, what up? Or Garden Snake, excuse me. Joe Kawasaki owns Roy Jones. Word? What about this?
Y'all must have forgot.
They fought even 5 years earlier. No, not 5. 8 to 10 years earlier when Roy would have stopped them. Marco, do a video on Kamal Moten and get on his good side because I have his number. What you talking about? Get on his good side. Where'd my phone go? I don't know where my phone's at. I got Carmel's number. Get on his good side. It's my man's. I was about to show you, not his number, but show you his contact in my phone, but my phone's in the other room. How did you have... I had Beterbiev winning but narrowly because of his dominance in the fight and how he had Bivol like hurt and running. But running because he was... You could tell Bivol a few times was 1 or 2 more punches away from going down, and he knew it, so he got on the bike. And he was the aggressor, and they landed the same amount of punches, but he was also more busier. Beterbiev, he threw more, so that's why I gave it to him. But super close. Is there any guy you would favor against Roy? Nope. Absolutely not. Not even close. Make a video about the next pound king, Abdullah Mason. He hasn't had enough going on yet. But maybe I should. It might not be a bad idea, actually. Because I think he might be special, Abdullah. Joe Kalzaki. You don't know what that is? How does it feel to have all these big boxing star numbers? Must be tempting. Nah. I mean, I do text the ones that I'm cool with whenever it comes up. You had to change up fast. You knew 5 years earlier means Roy. Yeah. I know. I'm like, wait, 5. Yeah. Nah, that wasn't 5 years earlier. I think that was 5 years. Let's see. That would have been before. So no. Let's see. I'm pretty sure that was about 3 years earlier. 4 maybe. Let's see. They fought. Oh wait. 7, 6, 5, 4. Yep, you're right. You're right. I did have to change it up. Yo, Roy Jones in the 90s, Rashidi Ellis. Not gonna lie, gang. All right. Abdullah B. Kermel. Huh? 39 years to 35. Yeah, nah, that wouldn't. You're right. Well, Roy, it was 35 when he lost, I believe. 35 or 36 when he lost to Tarver when he was done. 29-year-old Roy? 30? 29, 30? No. 28, 29, though. Let's go even when he had 28, 29. Forget it. Forget it. 31, 32 was still dominant, and but 28-year-old Roy? No. No. Matter of fact, you're gonna make me do it again.
Y'all must have forgot.
Yep, Roy 35. Yep. Yeah, 90s Roy was the best. Like, I want to say 98. 1998 Roy? Like super middleweight Roy? Super middleweight and the beginning light heavyweight Roy? Nah. No. Roy destroys Hagler. He's too big. I can see Mason reigning. Mason looks great, people. He looks great. I'm about to do a video on Sugar Ray Leonard's the filthiest fucking knockout he's ever had. He knocks this cracker, this white boy, this cracker ass white boy, cracker, knocks him out. Something stankin', filthy. Abdullah versus Kermel. Kermel's too small. Abdullah and Kermel could beat Devin right now. Nah, I don't know about that. Remember, guys, let's not take one loss and write off a guy completely. You know what I'm saying? Just because he lost once, and especially that the dude he lost to was on fucking PEDs. You can't just write him off. You could maybe drop him a couple notches or whatever in your mind, but you don't just write him off completely. Marco, do you think Roy has enough power to crack Marvin's chin? No. But he would have lumped his shit up, and probably stopped him. Or just won an easy UD victory. Devin's chin. Did you guys know I found this out? Somebody in here told me this, I think. And I hit up Marvin Hagler's son, and he confirmed it. Marvin had extra thick, soft tissue around his head. Soft tissue is just like very thin muscle, right? And we all have it around our head. Like you ever get a head massage and it feels mad good? Like if somebody squeezes your temples or up here, that's because you have soft tissue, which is a thin layer of muscle. Hagler had extra thick, abnormally thick soft tissue around his head, which provided him an all-natural headgear, shock absorber, which is why his chin might have been as good as it was. Crazy, right? Although if he got shit hit in the chin, that probably wouldn't matter. But most shots don't hit in the chin. Most shots hit in your head. Yeah, that might not really fucking work, right? If you get hit in the chin, then all that shit is void. So maybe that's not it, because he got hit in the chin clean and nothing happened. He was made for boxing, true warrior. Yeah, but what I just said, shots. So the shots, in that theory, the soft tissue is here. It would have any shots that land here. Most shots, as a matter of fact, land here and here, below your eyes, right? But his soft tissue was above the eyes. So seems like a myth, actually. Seems like it wouldn't do much, except for the shots on top of the head, or like on the side of the head. Well, a lot of shots land here too, actually. But I feel like most land from the eyebrows lower. Dylan definitely would watch Devin perform. Okay. Did he train his chin? I don't think so. You ever talk to him? Nope. MMA is
Get the fuck out of here!
What's up, Tommy Gunn? Where would the 93 version James Toney be in pound for pound currently? Great fucking question, Tommy. 1979. So you're 3 years younger than me. 3 years younger than me. That's a great question. By the way, Tommy, since it seems like you're my age range, I saw live. I was in the fucking front row. Actually, not the front row, but good seats. Roy Jones versus James Toney. And I believe that was 94 or 95. I saw that shit live. That Toney would be in the top pound for pound. He was fucking knocking everybody out and was a brilliant, genius defensive fighter. He'd be right where he was. Maybe even higher. Well, no, he'd be higher because super middleweight division is fucking garbage now. You know what I'm saying? Benavidez left. You have Plant, Munguia, like Canelo. He'd be probably higher. No neck workouts really work. Do neck? I don't think so, no. I believe not. I don't think it matters. I think chin is about tensing up, and about the most important thing about chin is having will. Will is a big one. Mentality, believe it or not. It's your subconscious will literally, like I believe Roy didn't want to fight anymore. And I believe that's why he kept getting knocked out so easily once he got to that peak. If you don't want to be in there subconsciously, I'm not saying consciously he's like, I don't want to fight. He just didn't want to be there. Years and years of, his dad making him fight and all this shit, emotional shit came to it. And he was just took years and years of, he was done. That, and also seeing the punch coming. Though punches you don't see will knock you down. So a great chin is being able to see the punch coming and having will. Ironclad will. Those are the best chins. That's what makes a chin. Oh, dope. Maybe you see me in the audience there. Tony's one of the best. Hell yeah. That's a fact. And I met both of them. Roy's my man. Got him on my phone. Call him anytime. Marco, have you ever getting hit behind the ear? Probably, yeah. I just don't remember it. Especially when you're sparring. Like, you got headgear on, you got big gloves. It just lands. It just feels like it lands. Like, it all lands. Like the punch will land from here all the way to behind the ear. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a big-ass glove. I think Tony was a great fighter. was greater than Roy Jones. I think Tony was greater. You know what I gotta say to that? Two things. First,
Get the fuck out of here!
second,
Y'all must have forgot.
third, how could you say that shit when Roy beat him easily and went on to have a way better career in his prime? Roy knocked Montel Griffin out cold. Was about to knock him out in the first fight and then knocked him out in the rematch cold. That's somebody who beat James Toney twice. Come on. I liked you, Tommy. Don't go fucking saying some sacrilegious Roy shit. How Mike Tyson will do in the 70s. Mike Tyson will dominate any era. Prime Mike Tyson. Any era. He is 1 in a billion speed and power for a heavyweight. Just like Roy's 1 in a billion speed and power for just anybody. Roy's 1 in 10. Roy's 1 in a trillion. Mike was 1 in a billion. Then you got guys like Marvin Hagler, who's 1 in a million. Now, Marvin, you know what? Marvin might have been 1 in a billion too. Overall package. Yeah, he's a Tyson level package. The full pack, the total package. But Tyson's just 1 in a billion in speed and power. So what about Tyson Fury? He always gets knocked. I know. I don't know what's up with that. I guess he just has great will. He gets hit with shots. He gets hit. So that's what it is. He gets hit with shots he doesn't see. So remember I said 2 things. Either the ones you don't see or you don't want to be in there. He has the will. So he's good. So it's ones he doesn't see. And the will is what gets his ass up. Tony beat John Ruiz. Also Roy. Yeah, well, we're talking about prime, my man. And, and Tony was on steroids when he beat Ruiz. But whatever. We're talking about in their primes. There's no comparison. No comparison. Not even close. Mike Tyson neck. Yeah, it was. And I mean, nobody's sure because really your neck might, if you're getting hit here and your neck, and it's hitting your skull, your brain smashing into your skull, that's what fucks up your equilibrium. The neck, I don't know, we'd have to have a doctor and maybe somebody who knows anatomy and physics. I'm not sure. I don't think the neck does much. We're dealing with the equilibrium. Yeah, I mean, it was after, but up until that point, he got hit tons of times, clean. By James Toney hit him. Let's not forget, James Toney did hit him. Let's not forget, all these guys in these fights, they didn't hit him much, but and his chin was fine for his whole career. And then literally overnight, it goes away. That shows you something. You know what I'm saying? That's not a career-long problem. You know what I mean? Amir Khan had a career-long chin problem. Trinidad, career-long, will go down. Roy, no. And then just boom, when he was over the hill. Physically, but most importantly, mentally. I think Marvin would dominate Sugar Ray Robinson era. Yeah. Well, if you take a dude in a later era and put him into an earlier era, they're almost always going to dominate because they're more advanced. Tyson should have cut to 170. Nah, he couldn't have done that. He was 50 pounds heavier naturally. Ripped. Fuck. He'd be like a fucking crackhead. Neck bridges give hella damage. Don't know what that means. 13-year-old Mike versus Tank. Saw a picture of Mike at 13. He looked like he was his size. He was 5'10", 200 plus pounds at 13. That's like a known fact about him. I was like that at 15. I was 5'11". I was 178. I thought I was going to be like 6'2". I'd stayed at 5'11". Literally at 15. I'm 5'11". I'm 178 pounds. Everybody thought in the gyms with me, I'm going to be a super. People thought I was going to be like 6'2", 240. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a kid and I never grew. And so biology, genetics are weird, man. Sometimes you peak early. That's what happened to me. And my hair peaked early too. All right, peoples, I am going to bounce. I was 5-0. All right, people, I appreciate you. We'll talk tomorrow. Peace.